Good afternoon. You may be seated. I'd like to welcome everyone to the special track graduation ceremony. And before we get started, I want to say that this is kind of a good problem to have, a special ceremony, as these student athletes that are before us today will be representing Fort Scott Community College at the national level and missing our traditional graduation ceremony on Friday. So, good problem to have. I'd like to introduce some of the individuals here on the stage. To the left of me, we have our administrative team. Sonia Goudnani, our Vice President of Academic Affairs. Missy Scott, our Vice President of Finance and Operation. Rhonda Bailey, our Board of Trustees member. And Vanessa Pointer, our Dean of Students. And on my right-hand side, we have some faculty members who these student athletes have had the opportunity of having in class the last few years during their time at Fort Scott Community College. Today may look a little different than a traditional commencement ceremony, but it's no less meaningful. In fact, I'd argue that it's even more special because we are here to honor students who have shown exceptional commitment not only to their education, but to their passion, their team, and their future. You've made sacrifices, you've balanced demanding schedules, pushed your limits, and stayed focused when others may have wavered. You demonstrated what it means to pursue excellence with discipline, humility, and heart. While your classmates prepare to walk across the stage, you are already stepping into what's next, representing Fort Scott Community College on a national level. That's something to be proud of. You remind us that success doesn't always come with a spotlight. It comes with character, courage, and consistency. As you graduate today, carry with you this truth. What you've built here is more than a degree. You've built habits, resilience, and a foundation for whatever life leads you next. The world needs people like you, people who show up, people who lead by example, and people who finish what they start. On behalf of the entire FFCC community, we are incredibly proud of you, and you have already made your mark, and we cannot wait to see where your journey takes you next. Congratulations, graduates. You've earned every bit of this moment. I would like to call head coach Anthony Chapman to the stage.
Good evening. First, I'd like to thank all family, friends, staff, faculty, and administration for giving us the opportunity to have this walk today and this graduation. I myself was a junior college student athlete at Barton County Community College. We performed at the national level as well, and it was always kind of like a regret of mine that we didn't get to walk because all the other students got to do it, or the athletes that did not qualify for nationals were able to walk and get their associate's degree. And it was always something that us athletes that went to nationals wished we could have had the ability to do. So I want to thank you guys for giving us this opportunity. And I know these guys will appreciate it at some point when they look back on this. So thank you. I should have did this first. But first, I'd like to give an honor to God because without him, this plan would not even be in process. God puts us in each other's lives with great intentions, and it's our responsibility to capitalize on these situations and respond the way God would respond. So thank God for this opportunity as well. I'd like to thank the athletes first, second, third, for being dedicated to their education. There's a lot of times when athletes come from high school level to the college level, and it's mainly about the sports that they're doing. But you guys achieving and accomplishing receiving your associate's degree is a testament to, like Sarah said, and like we heard Keaton say earlier this afternoon, it's a testament to your resiliency, and it's something I've echoed since I've come here and been a part of this program with you guys. You're a part of the most resilient group that I've ever seen and been a part of. So for that, I'm very proud of you. I don't have much to say, but I do have 4 words that I'd like to leave you guys with. The first one, integrity, the quality of being honest and having strong and moral principles. What I like to say is, one of my favorite quotes is, to thine own self be true. So if you're a good person, be a good person. If you're a hard worker, work hard. Don't let the surrounding things distract you from your goals. Always persevere and always reach for your goal. Patience, the capacity to accept, tolerate delays, trouble, or suffering, without getting angry or upset. That's one thing you guys have been through all year long. You've had to have patience. You've had to stay focused when it comes to what you wanted Fort Scott to be for you. So take that patience that you've had here and translate it into your adulthood life and furthering your education and your track careers. Self-reflection. Take the time to think about, meditate on, evaluate, give serious thought to your behavior, thoughts, attitude, and desires. What this means is basically learn from your mistakes and others. Most of all, hold yourself accountable for the decisions and mistakes you make. If you guys can do that, you will always have room to improve. If you can reflect on the different problems that you have or the different decisions that you make, then you can always respond in a positive way and you can always continue to reach your goals. So, last, time. As a 48-year-old man, I can tell you right now, time, and I'm sure the administration and faculty will say this thing, time is something that we should all value a lot more than we do. You can sit still and time is going to continue to go. There's a lot of things that time takes away from us, and there's a lot of things that we can accomplish by taking the time and focus on what needs to be done and accomplish our goals. So please, when you leave here, understand that the most valuable thing that we have as people is the time that we have left here on this earth. So be focused on the things that you want to do and use the time wisely. Do not let time go by without you capitalizing on things that you should. Do not be, what's the word I'm looking for? Don't be a procrastinator. Focus on your goals, use the time wisely, and know that you can never stop time and you can never go back. I'm 48 years old. When I look back on my life, there's some things I would do different, but I accept the path that I'm on, and I love being in this situation. I prayed for this situation as a man, and I prayed that I be put in a position where I could train and work with young athletes that have goals and believe in working hard. So God put me in this place, and I'm here for a reason. So I think he has you guys here for a reason, and I expect you guys to go on from here, do great things, and then, like Coach Horton said earlier today, if you guys ever need anything, even if it's just a conversation, you guys have our phone numbers. You can call us whenever you want at any time of day. So in conclusion, I just want to thank you guys all for the opportunity, administration and staff, and most of all to the athletes. Thank you for leading, thank you for following, and thank you for reaching as high as you possibly could to get your goals. I think I'm supposed to introduce. Okay, so next we have a student athlete that's going to speak to the group, Josiah Taylor.
Good evening, everyone. I'm one of the captains for the Fort Scott track and field team. I was told about a week ago I would be giving a speech at our graduation ceremony. I wasn't sure what I would talk about because I didn't know what to say. But then I thought about what's a better word than the word perseverance. After all we have went through together, the highs and the lows, the 6 a.m. practices, the laughs and the cry, the pain and the gain. These past 2 years with my team have been unforgettable. We've been through the highs, laughing and growing and winning, and the lows that no one ever really prepares you for in life. One of the hardest moments was losing our coach, not because of anything we did wrong, but because of the decision that was made none of us expected and none of us wanted. It felt like the heart of our team was taken away overnight. We were confused, hurt, and for a moment it felt like everything we built had been taken away. And that it would just fall apart, but it didn't. We didn't let it. We held each other up. We showed up anyway, tired, emotional, uncertain, but we kept showing up. That's perseverance. It's not just pushing through a workout or grinding through a game. It's standing strong when the people and the structure you rely on just gets taken away from you. And through it all, we stay united. We became our own motivation, our own reason to keep going. And even though it still hurts, and maybe it always will hurt, we proved something to ourselves, that we are stronger than anyone we have lost. And that real teams don't fall apart when it gets hurt. They rise up and flip the narrative. Yes, we lost someone we loved, someone who believed in us, helped shape who we was. That kind of loss just doesn't go away. It leaves a gap that no words can fill. And for a while, it felt like we were walking through silence, trying to figure out who we were without him. But then that silence, 2 men stepped up, not to replace what we lost, but to honor what we had. They didn't come with all the answers, but they came with a full heart and with faith, and with the belief in us that we didn't even see in ourselves at the time. They remind us that just because one chapter ends, it doesn't mean the story is over. They saw potential where we saw uncertainty. They challenge us to dig deeper, to trust the process, and to remember who we are and why we started. And slowly we found our rhythm again, not the same as before, but something new, something stronger, something built through pain, loyalty, and love. We didn't give up, we stood by each other, and now as we prepare to go our separate ways, I'll carry this team, this journey, and this lesson with me for the rest of my life. When things fall apart, it's the people who rise together that remind the world what true perseverance looks like. And to be honest, some days it still doesn't feel real. Some of us were angry, confused, and maybe even a little lost. But we learned how to turn that pain into purpose. We didn't just keep running, we kept believing. And that's something that no one can take from us. To my teammates, you are more than athletes, you are more than friends. You all are my brothers and sisters. You were there when things didn't make sense. You were there when I wanted to quit. You reminded me of what we were fighting for, and I'll never forget that. To the coach we lost, we thank you. You laid the foundation and gave us a belief when we were just learning how to believe in ourselves. Your impact didn't leave with you. It stayed, and it still echoes in how we lead, the way we fight, and the way we love the game. And to the men who stepped in, you picked us up when we were broken. You didn't just take over. You stood beside us. You chose us, and for that, we are forever grateful for y'all. So as we close this chapter of our life and open a new one, we do it with tears in our eyes, but pride in our heart. We came through the fire and we didn't burn. We built something stronger. Joshua 1:9, have I not commanded you, be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid, do not be discouraged, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go.
I would like to invite Vice President of Academic Affairs, Sonia Gugnani, for the presentation of the candidates.
Congratulations, graduates. Will the candidates for the Associate in Arts, Associate in General Studies, and Associate in Science degrees please stand and remain standing? Interim President Sutton, on the recommendation of the faculty, I present these candidates for the designated degrees.
By the power vested in me by the state of Kansas and the Board of Trustees of Fort Scott Community College, I confer on you the designated degrees. Will the ushers please present the graduating class? Darrell Collins. Jazz Deshante Dilworth. Dekel Minor. Congratulations. Give me your card. Keaton James Hansard. Ivana Odonkor. Jalen Dickerson. You look beautiful. Kennedy Mosley. Jacoria Jamerson. Emanuela Squire. That was amazing, by the way. Josiah Taylor. Crystal Chambers. How are you? Dejanique Cato. You Christian? No. Jonathan Christian Fowler. Sheldon Raphael Richardson, Jr. Graduates, please rise. You may now move your tassels to the left. And at this time, I present to you the 2025 graduating class of Fort Scott Community College.